Marco Nike of Deers of Granny here. I just got done picking up a hitchhiker, and I thought to myself how unfortunate it is that we have to be so cautious picking up hitchhikers, because I'm sure it's just some bad apples within the hitchhikers that ruin it for the rest of them, right? And I picked this guy up because I'm a bigger guy. I feel I can definitely take care of myself. And so this is not me advocating to pick up hitchhikers, because I definitely wouldn't want my wife to pick up a hitchhiker. I'd probably be upset, just because this doesn't need to be explained, but somebody can appear nice and can be malice, which is the truth. But about this guy that I picked up, he said he started his trip in West Virginia and has been hitchhiking all the while. And I think he said he was about a week into his trip, and he was doing it in this cold weather, which the nights have been going into the teens, and he's just been sleeping in his tent. He was 60 years old, and I find people as that fascinating, that are brave enough to do it. I believe I even told him how he was brave for hitchhiking in 2005, just because you don't really see it any longer. But for people that do it, I don't know. I guess I just think how they're experiencing something that most others don't. And same goes with the people that used to ride trains. If you remember that, I always found that fascinating, and seems like something cool. It almost seems like I'd be up for doing it, to be honest. But yeah, I don't believe this guy that I picked up was homeless, but rather he was just hitchhiking to get to his destination, to his home, which he said that he lived there for 20 years. But what had me a little confused was, why not just take a flight? Or why not just take a Greyhound? And excuse me for that. And the fact that he didn't just has me a little perplexed. But maybe it's him wanting to do it for the solo adventure. You would think one would be crazy just doing it in this weather, because it's well into brumal days, and yet he's still trying to do it. And so yeah, I picked him up. I was essentially home, but I turned around and picked him up just because I didn't feel right just passing him up and not taking care of him. And so I went back. I asked how far down he's going. He said he's going to Florida. So I told him I wouldn't be able to take him that far down, but I could take him a bit down. And he said, yeah, sure, anything's appreciated. So he put his stuff in the back of the truck bed, and he said that he was just trying to grab some food. And I told him I could take him to a store that I know. Took him there, and right as he was going to pay, I took out my card and paid for him. And then I took him a bit more to some train tracks, which is where he asked to be dropped off, because I figured that I'd just leave him in a big truck stop. However, he didn't want to go there. He actually wanted to be dropped off right next to the truck stop, a little further down at the train tracks. And I left him in this opening. Yeah, I dropped him off, and he just started to walk down the train tracks. And I thought, does he? So from where we were at, it appeared it was going south. Then I had doubt, and I thought, what if it's not going south where he's going? Does he even know? But I'm sure he's more experienced that. Well, not sure. Obviously, he's more experienced with that than me. Or what if he's not even experienced and he's just winging it? But yeah, I saw him a little bit further down when I got further away, and I could see he started to walk down that way. While I was gone, I actually had forgotten my phone at home, and my wife was worried because she was trying to get a hold of me and couldn't. And yeah, I just thought, yeah, oh, by the way, this is not me trying to somehow be applauded for helping this guy out, because that'd be pretty messed up. So why I'm even talking about it, right? Because you could say, well, why are you even talking about it if you don't want praise for that? And it's not that. It's just I guess I somehow find people such as him fascinating, in that they can do things as that, because some of us are not as brave. And I remember the pictures shot on an analog back from like the 70s, when people would always hitchhike, and that seems like such an innocent time. But obviously it wasn't, because you had people such as the Toolbox Killers and others that, unfortunately ruin it for everybody else, right? But yeah, it's as though America has been marred